The show opens with officials from Evil Corp transporting a highly dangerous device to their lab for further experimentation. They carefully secure it in a carriage, unaware that a child dressed as Kid Danger is hidden inside. As the transport moves, the disguised child seizes the opportunity and sneaks out with the device. A chase ensues, but the child is quick and agile. Once outside, the child removes the costume, revealing that she is actually a girl. She clutches the stolen device tightly, one capable of altering reality and even bringing back the dead. A devoted Kid Danger fan, she intends to use it to resurrect Henry, believing him to be deceased. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to Henry and his friends, now grown up and still fighting crime. However, in that critical moment, he unknowingly activates a force field power he never realized he had. The airship crashes outside Swellview, and with everyone assuming Kid Danger has perished, Henry takes the opportunity to disappear. He relocates to Dystopia with Jasper, continuing his crime-fighting career, this time as Henry, no longer under the Kid Danger persona. Jasper, meanwhile, flirts with a detective when Schwoz and Piper unexpectedly show up. Jasper isn't particularly thrilled by their presence, especially since Henry is about to audition for a new crime-fighting team. They try to convince him to go on tour with them, but he declines, explaining that he's on high alert. An armored truck carrying plutonium is about to pass through the city, and a dangerous villain known as Blackout is planning to hijack it. As expected, a sudden blackout engulfs the city. Jasper immediately suits up and rushes to stop Blackout, who emerges from the shadows and attacks the transport crew. Jasper intervenes but quickly realizes he's outmatched. Just as things look grim, Henry makes a dramatic entrance, now fully in control of his force field powers. With a powerful blast, he sends Blackout flying. Reuniting with Piper and Schwoz, Henry's presence stirs excitement. His and Jasper's crime-fighting team is known as Bizwatch, though Henry remains distant. Later, Jasper confronts Henry about their partnership, noticing that in recent news reports, Henry's identity is obscured while Jasper's face is clearly visible. Henry, however, makes it clear, without directly saying it, that he no longer wants to be associated with Jasper. Hurt and disappointed, Jasper leaves with Schwoz following behind. Meanwhile, the young girl from earlier has begun activating the device, preparing to resurrect Kid Danger. Back in Henry's apartment, he arrives home only to find it wrecked. Before he can react, Blackout ambushes him and throws him out of the window. The device reaches full activation, and in an instant, he vanishes. He reappears in a completely different place, Newton, wearing his old Kid Danger costume. Dazed and confused, he finds himself face to face with the young girl who had stolen the device. She greets him enthusiastically, but he has no idea what's happening. Before he can process the situation, her older sister Gemma bursts into the room. Quickly, the girl, Missy Martin, ushers her sister out. She eagerly introduces herself as Kid Danger's biggest fan and proudly explains how she used the device to bring him back to life. Henry, still disoriented, takes a deep breath before breaking the news to her. He was never dead. Henry found himself teleported across various worlds before finally arriving in Newtown. There, Piper had kidnapped Missy's sister, Gemma, and was in possession of a powerful diamond, which she wore as a necklace. Taking Gemma into an old house, Piper prepared for the next phase of her plan. Meanwhile, Henry and his team strategized a way to stop her, but before they could act, they were ambushed by Coach Craig and Franchini. In the chaos, Schwoz quickly took the teleportation device and hid. Henry, noticing Missy slipping away toward the house, followed her inside. Piper confronted him, and an intense fight broke out. Piper was stronger and had the upper hand, forcing Missy to step in. Using a clever distraction, she managed to snatch the diamond and toss it to Henry. However, in the struggle, Piper bit Missy, turning her into a vampire. Henry quickly handed the device to Schwoz, while Piper and her allies attacked. Henry restrained the newly transformed Missy, while Jasper fought off their enemies to buy Schwoz enough time. The device activated, teleporting Henry to a pool in Dystopia, Franchini back to his club, and Missy safely back to Newtown, where she reunited with Gemma, who, sitting by the pool, Henry took a moment to process everything before deciding to visit Jasper. When they met, Henry apologized. Blackout suddenly appeared. This time, instead of stepping in, Henry let Jasper take the lead. Jasper didn't hesitate. He struck Blackout with full force, sending him flying and knocking him out cold. Meanwhile, back in Newtown, Missy was adjusting to her new reality when she was suddenly robbed. Henry appeared right on time to save her. Soon, Jasper and Schwoz also arrived, and Henry made his decision. He would stay in Newtown to fight crime alongside Missy. Schwoz built them a brand new lair, and together they soared through the city to check it out. They arrived at a crime scene, only to find someone had already taken down the threat. To their shock, it was none other than Captain Man. "I could use your help," he said. The end. Thanks for watching, guys. If you love animations and movies, don't forget to subscribe to Movie Matrix for more exciting and mind-blowing recaps. Stay tuned for the next adventure.